from Westville, New Jersey, weighing 177 pounds,
Hello everyone and welcome to the MFPW's This Is War. Alongside the silencer Chaz Williams, I'm Farron Burgundy. We have a ton of action here for you tonight. Titles on the line, the middleweight medallion, the tag titles, the heavyweight championship later. We are getting things off to a, dare I say, caliente start.
That's a hot start for those who are not bilingual. Burgundy, are you ready? Oh, so spicy. The one and only Shahim Ali. And Burgundy, we have seen what this athlete is capable of. He has been in some of the most high-flying, entertaining matches in the supersonic division here in the MFPW, and right there you see why he is so caliente.
That's hot for those who aren't bilingual.
I already said that, Burgundy.
Well, people might be tuning in a little bit late. They may not have been right here at 7 o'clock. I'm catching them up.
All right, well, for those who have just tuned in, we want to welcome and thank you for joining us here in the MFPW, wherever you are streaming live. But with that being said, look at the face of determination.
Well, this is Mfpw. You've seen him on the episodes of Monster Factory Arena. This is the first time that he's been in competition here at one of our live events, and he's looking to have his moment here, and he feels he's going to do so against Shahim Ali, the former two-time supersonic champion.
And what a feather in the cap of Mfpw if he could capture a victory against Miami here in the opening bout of This Is War. Miami, with the mind games and antics, saying Mfpw might stink a little. And all kidding aside, Burgundy, when it comes down to it, when it's do or die with the fight, Miami's all engines go. Ooh, but Mfpw out to fight here and out to prove that he has what it takes to compete at the highest level here in the MFPW. Miami now, wow, innovative offense. Eye for an eye and arm for an arm.
Well, I mean, Sammy's very fun-loving, but when it comes to taking advantage of an opportunity, especially with someone a little bit on the newer side here, like Mfpw, he's not going to stop short of taking advantage of said opportunities.
I've always wondered how much of Sammy's flashy, entertaining style is just sheerly a mind game. As you see, Miami now in control with those shoulder tackles.
Now pace quickening here. Up and over the top goes Mfpw.
Oh, trips on Miami.
Him up.
Oh, Burgundy, wait a minute. Could this be Mfpw's night? Wait a minute, Burgundy. Looks like he's trying to get perhaps a crossface on Miami, and Miami with that great ring awareness able to get to the rope. Referee calls for the break.
Oh, just barely a clean break. The ref almost getting to 5. It would have been a disqualification.
And a victory for Mfpw, but I don't think that's how Mfpw wants to have his first victory. Oh, no!
Baseball slide and knocking Mfpw to the outside.
Did you hear the thud of Mfpw's body hitting the floor right outside the ring? And now Miami and Mfpw to the outside. Referee trying to call for the action to get back in the ring. And there's that quickness of Miami.
What a forearm.
Miami now throws Mfpw back into the ring. Perhaps ready to make quick work of the young upstart.
Oh, looking here for the Lamahi straw cradle. 1-2, and able to roll out his Mfpw at 2.5.
And it's that fight, that willingness to thrive and succeed, to make a name for himself here in the MFPW. Could this be Mfpw's moment in time to cement his spot here in the MFPW as Miami tries to fight out of the corner?
From the second rope. They said try to catch me, and but he rolls through.
He caught him, Burgundy. He has him all right.
He called it, he got it. Now up onto the shoulders.
Oh,
Snake eyes in the corner.
Deuces wild as Petit drives Miami down and no!
Doesn't hook the leg, and Sammy able to power out and almost seems a little surprised.
Oh, no love lost between these two. I don't think Miami was ready for this kind of fight here tonight. But again, it's the young talent that comes out to prove that they have what it takes, that they can fight. And wait a minute.
Tempers flaring here, elbow to the back of the head. Oh, wait a minute, he's looking for El Baile.
Miami getting tripped up in the ropes. Drives the boot to midsection, perhaps going for a second time. Nails it. Impressive athleticism by Miami. Drop kick has Petit down.
But what adjustment there at the last moment, as if he had just leapt for it, he would have almost missed, but was able to anticipate Batist's movement and adjust the timing accordingly to be able to land the drop kick at the most opportune point.
And it's that experience and that great sense of ring awareness. It's the thing that has gotten Miami to the dance. And I'll tell you what, Burgundy, Petit can learn a thing or two from Miami regardless of the outcome of this match. But right now it looks like Miami's trying to stretch him like a pretzel. And oh man, look at the torque on that shoulder and back as Miami. Wait a minute, Petit now trying to fight his way out. On his shoulders. And again, that clubbing forearm to the back of the head.
Just looking to buy a little bit of time. You see Petit clutching the back of his head.
And now grabbing the shoulder. Yeah, absolutely, Burgundy. And talking about hitting the back of the head. Is that going to do it? No. Miami now perhaps just out of desperation or to exhaust his opponent, going for that quick pin. And now right back to the shoulder, right back to the arm. And again, that torque. I'll tell you what, Burgundy, Petit needs to get some momentum and he needs to get some quick.
Goes back up to a vertical base, rolls through, fireman's carry up with the shoulders, plants him down 2 and no.
Well, just when you think the fight is over for Miami, he finds a way to kick out. Ducks the clothesline. Petit ducks the back elbow and
sling blade.
Petit now showing signs of life, showing he still has some fight left in the tank. Could this be Petit's night here against Miami? Ooh, big uppercut, says Miami.
Wait, looking for the sunset flip, a little aloha Petit here, and
wait a minute. Oh! Destroyer!
2 and
no! Burgundy! Miami kicks out, and what a way to kick off tonight's action. This is war.
Now Petit with a head of steam, looking for that. He's
no.
looking to hit the back of the head again. This time, Sammy had it scouted.
Rolls him up.
Gonna roll with a bridge. 2 and 3.
But wait, whose shoulders were down? Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 7 minutes, 19 seconds, the winner of this bout, Sammy Ali.
Well, Miami able to pick up a victory against Petit. And from our vantage point, I wasn't sure that Miami had the full bridge there, but referee with the vantage point says Miami picks up the victory, and there you show a sign of admiration and respect. And you got to give it up to Nick Petit, the fresh upstart here. Put up a hell of a fight here tonight.
He most certainly did. I'm sure this is not the last we're going to see of Nick Petit, and definitely an upward trending despite the loss here tonight. Certainly looked impressive in defeat. Coming up next, we have tag team action, and it's some individuals who have certainly had an issue with one another that definitely was not settled at the six-pack. Oh no. I was going to say the six-pack of horror tag match.
Well, you know what, Burgundy? I'm getting sick and tired of having to look over our shoulders every damn time that we have to come. Well, there they go. There they are. You know what? I've just about had it.
We're drinking that at all, Charles.
Hey, you know, we're live.
We're live.
Yeah, you might want to go do your
What up,
job.
Mama Hacks? What's up, Cousin Hacks? All y'all out there. You guys suck.
We do not condone the comments of Hyena Hex.
You know what, Burgundy? I'm just gonna call it like it is, because that's what I do. You know what? I have absolutely had it with the blatant disrespect. Travis Jacobs, Hyena Hex, the division, just running roughshod here in the MFPW, walking through the crowd, standing on the damn chairs, knocking over my water, interrupting us from doing our job. I'm so flustered. I'm this close, Burgundy. I swear.
While Chaz Williams silences himself for a moment to regain his
Oh, you know what?
composure.
I'm done with the joking, Burgundy. I'm done with it. Bottom line is this. The sunshine even shines on a dog's ass some days. And soon enough, that sun's going to shine on the division, and not in a good way.
Their opponents, currently under the red hair supervision of Dr. Carl Martin, representing Unstable, the king of Ludiac, and the master hanging under your bed. That thing that goes boom for the night, she's on play the night, she's a queen undead, Michelle!
Here is Unstable, and something of note in the midst of all that chaos of the division entering, conspicuous by his absence, Benjamin King.
Well, that's just one less deplorable that we have to deal with here tonight. And I never thought, but as of late, I've been saying it time in and time again, I never thought I'd be happy to see Unstable out here, but they've become the new normal of the MFPW.
Things have certainly been topsy-turvy over the course of the last 18 months. I would be hard-pressed to disagree.
Well, there you see Michelle with that ball. Oh no, Travis Jacobs has the ball. Hyena Hex, and we know what that ball, what it does to Kodiak.
Oh, now Kodiak chasing after Hyena Hex, and a big boot from Travis Jacobs, and
Travis Jacobs now.
a clothesline to Kodiak as...
And Dr. Carl Martin's got to get out of Dodge. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I actually worry for the safety of Dr. Carl Martin in this matchup. As we've seen the division just running shot. Wait a minute, we have a roll-up.
Near side cradle, too, and no.
As the division just run shot here in the MFPW, it's Michelle in the ring trying to make quick work of Travis Jacobs. And look at the strength of Michelle, not able to get Jacobs up. No love lost between Unstable and the division, I'll tell you that, Burgundy.
He was trying to look for the modest driver early, and
It's that thing that goes bump in the night. Oh, man.
that definitely is the bump in the night for sure. And now, wait a minute, Jacobs in the corner.
There is nothing delightful about that, Burgundy. Ooh, Michelle just plowing. Wait a minute.
Back suplex.
And that's where the division is their most dangerous. Because just when you think you have the one man rocked, the other one's able to tag in or blindside you. And now it's Hyena Hex in, trying to put the finishing touches on Michelle. Hex drives Michelle face down to the mat. And now, oh, Hex just insulting at this point.
Full head of steam just to stop the momentum for a boot to the face, and that only gets a 1 count.
And you know what? While the division gloats and kind of mocks Michelle as they seem to be in control of this matchup. The one variable that they better be careful of is that I don't even know what to call him other than Kodiak in the corner, just licking his chops, waiting to get in that ring. As you see Jacobs now with the power, drives Michelle down hard.
Oh, wait a minute now, Hex tagging himself in. Well, Travis with a little look of perplexion. And
well, Hex able to get the job done. It looks like
hyena bomber. And
wait a minute, Burgundy. Perhaps some dissension in the ranks of the division.
Not exactly on the same page here, and we saw pieces of that over the course of the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup tournament, and that allows Michelle to make the tag to Kodiak. Double clothesline.
Well, in the blink of an eye, the tables have turned in favor of Unstable as Kodiak. Wait a minute. Oh! Step up Insaguri by Hex. Kodiak now has Hex up and no! Hex in control. And now Travis Jacobs stalking his prey, waiting for Kodiak to get up to perhaps put the final nail in the coffin in this historic story. Oh!
Big boot.
Could this be the end of the historic rivalry between the division and Unstable as Hex now wasting some time gloating and showboating like we saw him do before.
Looking for the Hex factor and gets it. Perhaps a little retribution from earlier with Michelle.
I'll tell you what, Hex taking an extreme amount of time to go for that cover, and Kodiak able to kick out, and you hear Dr. Carl Martin instructing his patient. Oh!
Splash right onto that right arm.
And
now
another.
the left arm as well.
Well, if Kodiak can't pick things up, he can't put him down.
That's a fair point. Now, working on both legs as well. Just kind of dissecting each of the limbs of Kodiak.
And you see at ringside Dr. Carl Martin observing the unfair treatment that Kodiak's receiving in that ring. Kodiak needs to get up to make a tag to Michelle if Unstable has any chance in this fight.
We hear Dr. Carl trying to motivate Kodiak with that ball and stomped on the back.
Well, we talked...
Misaligned those thoracic vertebrae in the spine.
Well, we talked about Kodiak trying to make that tag. Perhaps he was just going for the ball, and there you saw Michelle trying to go for the blind tag. But there you see Kodiak sends Hex flying to the outside of the ring as Travis Jacobs back on the offense, driving the boots into the midsection, drives Kodiak's head right into that upper turnbuckle.
I think Jacobs was looking to tag out there, but with Kodiak knocking Hex off to the floor, you can see that just moved Travis to a state of being incensed.
Well, could the inevitable be upon the Kodiak? Kodiak now, big show of strength and power.
Look at the slam.
Kodiak now either needs to make a pin or needs to make a tag. Wait a minute. Michelle pulled to the outside by Hex. Kodiak tries to go for the tag, but to no avail as Travis Jacobs now with the Snapmare takeover. Big kick right to the spine, and once again, Unstable in control of this matchup.
And Travis Jacobs just seems distraught.
Jacobs seems distraught. He seems to be basking in his own admiration.
Well, he had a look of intensity for a moment that turned into, I don't know, bliss, I suppose.
Well, you got to wonder, is it just a matter of moments before the division puts this one in the bag? Kodiak fights his way back. Jacobs gets thrown into Hex. Kodiak with the tag to Michelle. Michelle ducks the clothesline. Ooh!
What a right hand.
It's that thing that goes bump in the night. In control of this matchup. Standing drop kick sends Hex. Could this be Unstable's night as Hex tries to fight back? Wait a minute. Oh, Michelle well scouts, has Hex perched.
Oh, look
Burgundy.
Perhaps for the modest driver. Yes!
Yes, Burgundy. Is this the end of the division?
Cover.
Yes, 2 and no.
Oh, now here's Kodiak just pounding on the back of the head of Jacobs.
All hell is broken loose here in Paulsboro.
What do you expect? This is war. Now the legal ones in the ring are Michelle and oh, look at the power here of Jacobs and
oh man!
Back first onto that ring apron, slam to the outside.
And there you see the intensity of Travis Jacobs. Wait a minute, there's Michelle. Wait a minute, up on the shoulders.
Oh, over onto the knee.
Jacobs trying to put the finishing touches on Michelle. Oh! Drives that knee right into the clavicle of Michelle. Michelle to the outside of the ring. Kodiak to the outside of the ring. And it is Travis Jacobs, the last man. The last body willing and able in this matchup. Wait a minute, Burgundy.
Head of steam here.
Jacobs flies.
Tope Suicida through the ropes.
And I'll tell you what, man. Whether you love him or whether you hate him, Jacobs is showing why he is one of the mainstays here in the MFPW.
One of the most agile big men I have seen in professional wrestling.
Hex trying to get back to his feet inside the ring. Wait a minute, Burgundy! No! Hex just takes out Jacobs! Wait a minute.
But he doesn't realize it.
Does he? Hey, why don't you turn it around, you numbskull?
Oh, there's the kiss of death on Hex.
Hex didn't know that he took out his own partner. And now it's Unstable with the advantage. 2-on-1. Power pressing Hex. Oh!
Double press into a choke slam.
Yes!
2 and 3.
Yes! Yes! And there you see coming to celebrate Getty Cahoon, Gabrielle, Dr. Carl Martin, Kodiak, and Michelle. The MFPW is now and forever unstable. And there you see Dr. Carl Martin looking to get Kodiak's ball back. Well, I'll tell you what, if Kodiak doesn't get that ball back, he's going to have a fit when he gets back to the locker room. Well, I'll tell you what, Burgundy, what a night of action so far, and we're just getting started. Still to come here tonight is some middleweight action. Oh, wait a minute. Well, there you hear Derek T. Lewis calling out the owner.
Yeah, this isn't on my format sheet here about.
Well, if one thing's for certain, but wait a minute. Danny Cage has is that a championship belt? Well, if it's one thing we've come to learn to expect is expect the unexpected with Danny Cage.
So here's the thing, everybody. If you guys have been watching Mfpw Arena on YouTube, here's the deal. We currently have a champion that's over there. He's the MF Network champion. I'd like him to come out right now. Davey Bly.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it first from Danny Cage. Coming to the ring, your MF Network champion, Davey Bly.
Davey didn't get the memo. He was dressed up at work day. Give it up for Davey Bly, everybody. I'm going to keep this short and sweet, and I'll give the light to my man Davey. So, Arena's picked up so much, we decided to have a championship exclusively for Mfpw Arena. So, can I see your championship, please?
Oh, wait a minute.
Cool. This one's yours, brother. You earned it.
Wow.
I haven't seen a title thrown down like that since Shane Douglas back in '94. The NWA title.
He does. Of course Davey does. Here you go. Spotlight's yours.
Well, congrats, Davey Bly. Looks like we got a new championship belt.
All right, good stuff. A year ago, I didn't even think I'd be winning that. It's gone now. I didn't think I'd be winning that, like, let alone something like this. A year ago, I was in a bad way. I was ready to give up. I was ready to live in a misery hole for the rest of my life with my little fingers sticking up. And this guy right here, he wouldn't give up on me. He kept his hand down in that misery hole until I pulled myself up, and he wouldn't pull his hand up at all until I pulled myself up. I love you, Dan. Thank you for being that. Oh, hold on. My bad. I'm freaking tired. I've been here since 11. Setting this place up. I've set this place up for 2 shows, and I couldn't think of a better place to be than right here tonight. It's an honor to be the MF Arena champion. It's an honor to represent Mfpw Arena, watch it every Sunday night. But unfortunately, since I started wrestling again, since I won the network title, I haven't really been a strong champion. If you've been watching here, my win-loss record is a little lopsided in the L column. And my point is, I need to fight. I need to defend this thing, because if I lose, then I don't deserve to have it. I appreciate Dan awarding me this, but I gotta win. I have to defend it. I have to actually be a defending champion, a fighting champion. So somebody, this Sunday night, give me a fight.
Whoa! Open challenge by Bly.
This right here is your invitation, the only one you'll ever need. I've always wanted to say this down. Hit the music, nerd.
Well, Davey Bly issuing an open challenge, saying he wants to be your fighting champion of the MF Arena. And guess what, Burgundy? My hat's off to Bly. That was a strong statement by your brand new MF Arena champion. And we talked about this being a night of firsts, a night of historic, epic proportions. And coming up next, Burgundy, we got ourselves some middleweight action.
Yes, on the heels of the ladder match and the changing of hands of the middleweight medallion, new middleweight medallion holder Daniel Alexander, he has his hands full tonight as he not only takes on the former champion Marvelous, but Sean Venor is added to the mix as well, and he has said that he wants to make the middleweight medallion golden.
Well, I'll tell you what, Burgundy. It was an impressive showing by Alexander in that historic ladder match just a couple weeks ago here in the MFPW.
The following triple threat match scheduled for one fall is from the MFPW middleweight battalion with a 60-minute time limit. Introducing first on the challenger first from the land of living light, weighing 165 pounds, the light of all there is. This is Marvelous!
And it was this one, Marvelous, who lost that coveted middleweight medallion to Daniel Alexander in a back and forth seesaw ladder match. We saw a violent streak in Marvelous that I never thought we'd see for someone claiming to be the light.
Well, you know the old expression, sometimes you gotta go through hell to get to heaven, and that's basically what Marvelous felt that he had to do, and maybe that took him away from his game plan.
And you gotta wonder, is he in his own personal living hell now because of it?
Well, he has definitely expressed the desire to get that title back, but here's someone who could stand in the way of that.
Well, whether you love them or whether you hate them, they say they're born better. It's Sean Venor of the Golden Era. And you gotta wonder, Burgundy, what would that do to the Golden Era if Venor could capture a victory here tonight?
Oh, it would add more gold to the Golden Era. They already have the tag team titles.
But it's this man who has the gold.
He is the current holder of the
There you see your reigning and defending MFPW middleweight medallion holder, Daniel Alexander. And I'll tell you what, Alexander's got the juice.
The juice?
It's a saying on the streets, Burgundy.
Sorry, I don't spend my time in the streets.
I could tell. You hear Venor talking trash before the match even gets underway. Thinks that he has what it takes to bring home the gold to the Golden Era. You see Marvelous. Marvelous has not batted an eyelash. The intensity in the face of Marvelous says it all. The most coveted thing that he has ever held on to was stripped away from him in that ladder match, and goal!
And look at that. A pump kick right to the outside, and now Venor charging in. And already the pace quickening here.
And that's what we'd love to see here in the middleweight division of the MFPW.
Wheelbarrow out leg trip.
Oh!
Right hand to the... Oh, and Alexander and Marvelous picking up
Wait a
right where they
minute,
left
Venor
off.
flies!
Over the top to the outside, and Sean Venor showing he wants this.
I think all three of them want it, Burgundy. And these three are willing to go through hell and back, like you said, to capture that middleweight medallion. It's a matter of who wants it more. And right now, all three of these men are putting their bodies on the line for themselves, for their pride, and for the MFPW crowd.
Moonsault from the top to the outside.
And there is your middleweight medallion holder, Alexander. In control of this matchup, throws Venor back into the ring.
You can see just vicious right hands from both, and now Venor and Alexander working together for just a moment. Wait, schoolboy roll up two, and no!
Alexander just gets the shoulder up. Wow! Impressive.
Kip up into the cutter. Could this do it here, too? And
I'll tell you what, I think Marvelous is out to prove one thing, even more than to capture that MFPW middleweight medallion. He's out to hurt and dismantle Alexander here tonight. I'm telling you.
There's been no love lost between the two here. Back body drop telegraphed. Now a head of steam here from Alexander underneath.
Wow!
What a flip.
Oh, wait a minute. Marvelous scouting.
Waist lock.
Scouting Alexander.
Wait, standing switch now. Alexander with the waist lock. Elbows to the right side of the head. Now standing switch again.
Venor driving that shoulder into the midsection of Alexander.
Double sunset flip.
That's going to do it.
German suplex. 2.
Impressive show of athleticism by all three of these combatants here tonight.
And looking for that handspring cutter. It was scouted. Knee right to the face.
Ooh! And knee right to the spine. And I'll tell you what, we are seeing a darker side of Marvelous.
Forearm and a chop over to Alexander. Now whipped over into Venor.
Ooh!
Hits the forearm and the chop on Venor as Alexander moved out of the way.
Wow! Oh! Splash!
Rolling splash 2 and
oh! Did you see the lag and how long Marvelous was able to stay perched on the back of Alexander's neck?
That was like a running galaxy breaker almost. And now forcing Alexander into the corner. And Marvelous is in control here in this middleweight medallion match.
And the historic rivalry continues as Marvelous, showing a little bit more of a mean streak here tonight, drives that foot right into the face of Alexander.
Suplex and a beauty, floats over, a little slow to do so, hooks the leg, 2 and no.
And the champion kicks out. And I'll tell you what, it's do or die here tonight for Daniel Alexander, because although he proved himself worthy in the ladder match, he's got to be a fighting champion. You heard Davey Bly talk about it just moments ago about the MF Arena Championship. Well, that rule applies for all champions here in the MFPW, and right now it's Marvelous on the offensive. Wait a minute.
Well, Venor trying to negotiate a bit of a partnership here, trying to team up on the champion, and Marvelous agreeing with it for the moment.
I'm telling you, Burgundy, it's that darker side of the light that we are witnessing here tonight as Venor and Marvelous, for the time being, teaming up to go against Alexander. And I'll tell you what, man, I'd be hard-pressed to say. Boy, speaking of hard-pressed, Burgundy. Oh!
Double suplex.
Marvelous goes for the cover. Oh, there. And just like that.
Oh, that didn't last long.
And Alexander now trying to fight his way back into this matchup, but he's got to overcome the numbers game and the odds if he stands a chance here tonight. Venor now whips Alexander into the turnbuckle. Venor says, watch and learn.
Shoulder first into the post.
Alexander able to roll out of the way, takes out Marvelous. Venor to the outside apron as Alexander in control. Oh!
Jumping knee has him staggered.
Big punch by Alexander, but doesn't send Marvelous to his back, only gets him off his feet for a moment.
There's the sling blade.
Alexander gets all of that one, goes for the cover. No,
and
Venor able to break up the count. And Burgundy, we knew this was going to be a seesaw matchup, but man, the action is intense, and I didn't think it was going to be this nuts.
And it's hard to say whether Marvelous would have kicked out, and that's something to note here, is that while Alexander is the middleweight medallion holder, he has never pinned Marvelous. And you wonder if that's a motivating factor. Even here's the champion, a tornado DDT.
With the help of Marvelous.
And now, handspring stunner, but wait a minute, falling on the shoulders too. And Venor with the awareness to make the save. but almost spelling disaster for himself.
Yeah, it took a little too long to showboat and gloat about his achievement and accomplishment. Almost lost the entire thing here tonight. And now you see the pain etched on the face of all three combatants. And listen to this Paulsboro crowd, Burgundy.
Knife edges everywhere.
Alexander seeming to be the more dominant, but now it's Marvelous back on the attack. Drives the forearm right into the chin. And now Venor trying to show some fight of his own. Has Marvelous rocked. Nice blocks by Alexander.
Spinning back kick.
Oh! Super kick. Super kick. Super kick. Wait a minute. All three. Wait. Wait a minute.
No, all three of them kick out.
Well, who
was covering who?
Your guess is as good as mine, Burgundy, but all three had the sense enough to kick out on instinct alone. Will it be Marvelous? Will it be Venor? Will it be the MFPW Middleweight Medallion holder? Will it be Alexander? Oh!
Another spinning back kick. And set up here.
Marvelous trying to go for a reversal, and does! Drives the knees right to the back of the spine of Alexander. Venor back to his feet. Big spinning back elbow by Marvelous. Has Venor rocked.
Enziguri as well.
Burgundy. What is Marvelous doing?
He's laying them side by side. Is he going to go for a double Galaxy breaker?
Yeah, but why is the official calling for Alexander has Venor covered? Alexander had Venor covered, Burgundy.
Well, I was going to say, the shoulder perhaps, I couldn't tell from this vantage point, perhaps the one shoulder was up and the referee didn't make the count.
Or perhaps the referee is just not good at doing his job, but either way, it is Daniel Alexander who's turned Venor inside out and seems to be in control of this matchup, perched high at the high right district. Burgundy, could we see Alexander fly?
There's the 2-6-7. 1, 2, and 3.
Impressive victory by Daniel Alexander. And Burgundy, while I hate to cut the celebration short here, Alexander has still yet to pin Marvelous.
You had the same thought that I did. Which leads me to think this is not the last we are going to see of these two or even these three.
And you can see as Alexander celebrates, the frustration set in as Marvelous looks beside himself. And Alexander just showboating and rubbing it in the face of Marvelous. And Burgundy, I think you nailed it right on the head. I think this is just the beginning. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while we try to regroup and get a second wind after witnessing that amazing bout, wow. We got some stars returning here at the MFPW in just a few moments, Burgundy.
We most certainly do, and actually there's some word that I'm getting here. Now, perhaps this may have had an effect in Sean Venor's match moments ago, but I was told that another member of the Golden Era in Wet Brett actually had suffered an injury in training and is not here tonight.
Well, you know what? Despite their cocky attitude, you never want to hear news like that. Especially when the talent is so young and the athletes are so fresh and they're trying to make a name for themselves. It's very unfortunate to hear.
Well, here's a name we haven't seen in a while.
From the Isle of Puerto Rico, weighing 200 pounds, the Cartel Kingpin,
Returning Rico De La Vega, the cartel kingpin. Man, we haven't seen De La Vega in a hot minute here in the MFPW.
This will be his first match here in the MFPW in just over 4 years.
Well, I told you that tonight was going to be a night of returning stars to the MFPW. And I'll tell you what, Burgundy. It's the Boricua, Rico De La Vega. Well decorated, showing this Paulsboro crowd that he's excited to be back here tonight. But if I know that music, he's got to take on another very familiar athlete here in the MFPW. And there you see the returning tough Tim Hughes. Two of these MFPW Monster Factory veterans getting ready to go one-on-one. It was just a few weeks ago, Burgundy, we saw tough Tim Hughes in a, well, rather entertaining bout against a Monsieur Oulala, the habitual line stepper. And it was tough Tim Hughes who put on, well, quite the clinic against Oulala.
Most certainly did, and things so wild and topsy-turvy here in the MFPW, it took everything out of focus for a moment.
Well, as much as the Paulsboro crowd was excited to see Rico De La Vega come back to action, he's telling this Paulsboro crowd exactly what he thinks of himself and what's about to go down here tonight.
A little bit of trash talk between the two here, and looks like we're going to see a test of strength, a little Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
And immediately it's tough Tim Hughes living up to his name. And De La Vega perhaps biting off a little bit more than he could chew by taking this fight against, oh, wait a minute, big boot. Now some forearms right to the face. And just like that, Burgundy, in the blink of an eye, De La Vega is in control of this bat.
Welcome back, Rico! Welcome back!
Yeah, welcome back! Welcome back, indeed.
Something tells me it doesn't seem as heartfelt in his tone, just a little hunch.
Now it's tough Tim Hughes on the attack as he whips De La Vega into the turnbuckle and drives those clotheslines right into the sternum. And wait a minute, Hughes back body drop by Tim Hughes has De La Vega rocked, and the cartel kingpin has to go to the outside to regroup.
So he's yelling for De La Vega to move out of the way, and wait.
De La Vega taking cover.
The double axe handle off the apron.
Nothing pretty, but rather effective. And that's one of those things you got to admire about Tim Hughes. Wait a minute. Tough Tim Hughes trying to get this Paulsboro crowd electrified.
But taking a little too much time to do so, as De La Vega taking control now in the ring and just driving the knee and face right into that middle rope.
Well, it's that experience, picking your shots and choosing the opportune time to go after your opponent. The cartel kingpin is no stranger to the MFPW, no stranger to the world famous Monster Factory. Goes for the cover. Impressive athleticism by De La Vega. I'll tell you what, Burgundy. De La Vega's looking in prime shape and really taking the fight to tough Tim Hughes. We're used to seeing him in that manager role more times than not. And he looks like he's been making a real name for himself in his absence here in the MFPW.
Yeah, he is certainly no slouch. He knows his way both inside the ring and outside of it as the cartel kingpin. I think it's that people do tend to take him lightly that leads to things going in his favor, but tough Tim Hughes bringing it here to De La Vega. Oh, a neck breaker.
Impressive swinging neck breaker by tough Tim Hughes. Telling De La Vega to get up. I would have went for the cover, Burgundy.
360 side slam and looking for the big splash, but misses.
Well scouted by De La Vega. Boot to the midsection. Oh, tough Tim Hughes was able to calculate and scout that maneuver. And now it's De La Vega pleading with tough Tim Hughes, but perhaps just playing possum.
Charging in now. Oh! The schoolboy rolls through, but the kick certainly takes, and there's the big splash.
But tough Tim Hughes is not done with De La Vega as he's getting ready to go to the top rope. Could this spell doom for De La Vega?
Top rope splash. 1, 2, and 3.
Well, tough Tim Hughes tells De La Vega, welcome back to the MFPW. And perhaps in the most insulting ways by picking up the victory over De La Vega.
Hasta luego it is for Rico De La Vega. See you later.
Well, as tough Tim Hughes celebrates his hard-fought, earned victory here tonight, we got ourselves another returning MFPW superstar, Burgundy.
Oh, we'll certainly get into that. I mean, yeah, we've got that coming up next. We've got 3 titles still on the line here tonight.
That's what I love about the MFPW, Burgundy, is just when you think you've seen it all, just when you think you had enough, it's the owner and operator, Mr. Danny Cage, who stacks the card even higher. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Twitch. I told you this was a night of returning stars, Burgundy. A former tag team champion here in the MFPW. Welcome back! And there you see the new guy, Brian Morris. A fresh young upstart here in the MFPW. And I'll tell you what, Burgundy. Me personally, I think he's in for a fight here tonight against Lucas Twitch DeSangro.
Well, it has been about 5 months since we've seen Lucas Twitch DeSangro here in the MFPW. As the bell sounds,
There's your tie-up, and now a headlock by Twitch.
And pace picking up already, and I think the eagerness of Lucas already starting to show.
Impressive athleticism, though, by Morris. Whoa!
Looking for the drop kick, and well scouted here by Twitch.
It's that experience, Burgundy. He is a former tag team champion. Do not take Twitch lightly, and do not underestimate his in-ring ability.
Now quick looking for the full Nelson. Roll through. Over to the other side. Looking for the hip toss. Rolling through again.
Well scouted by Morris.
And Lucas just trying to take advantage of the inexperience here of Brian Morris.
Ooh, and Morris able to cut Twitch off at the pass, ducks the clothesline. Huge standing drop kick. Sends Twitch back. And now, it's the new guy. Wait a minute, Burgundy. Forearms now by Twitch, trying to fight his way back into this matchup.
Yep, the southpaw laying in those left forearms, and now a kick right to the face. Lateral press, a little slow to do so. And
doesn't hook the leg, Burgundy. How many times have I said it here in the MFPW? You gotta hook the leg. Or make your opponent tap.
Well, if you're going for a pin, hook.
Or get a count out.
Or get them so flustered they get themselves disqualified. Is that where you're going next with this?
Or a TKO. But right now you see Brian Morris trying to fight his way back into this matchup against the returning Lucas Twitch de Sangro. Ooh! And Twitch with the huge clubbing clothesline. Is that going to do it? No. Morris able to kick out.
Now, I think it's no secret to longtime viewers. I have known Twitch for a very long time, roughly 8 years at this point here. And I've seen his ups, I've seen his downs. And he has been looking forward to this for a long while now. And you can see here, just telling the kid, hit me with your best shot, the new guy.
Ooh. Twitch telling Morris to bring everything he's got but the kitchen sink and then some. Blocked by Twitch. Twitch trying to fight his way back now. And you talked about that absence of 6 months. Just chomping at the bit to return, but in his absence, perhaps Morris shining and taking the spot away from Twitch.
Nice neck breaker there. And Morris with the kippa.
Twitch now rocked in that corner as Morris just drives those forearms. Wait a minute, Birdie. Big kick by Twitch has Morris rocked. Oh! Morris.
He calls that the sensory overload.
And that's going to do it.
The hook of the leg, 2 and
oh,
3.
It does. And while it was Brian Morris who displayed sheer athleticism and prowess here tonight, it was the returning and experienced Lucas Twitch de Sangro who was able to pick up the victory here. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
we're going to start our brief intermission right now. We're going to let you know that when we come back for the second half of Boston Factory Pro Wrestling, we're going to have a girls' championship match. Where Victoria Phoebe will defend against Ramirez Gomez. The cross matchup unstable in the division will have Jabbar facing Kitty Kahoo. In a tag team championship match, the Golden Arrow will defend against Jimmy DeChester and the 2021 Larry Short Memorial Cup winner, Bobby Buffet. And in our main event for the heavyweight championship,
Well, you heard it from Derek T. Lewis.
Pro Wrestling when we come back. Thank you.
What a stacked second half we have coming up, Burgundy.
So we're going to take a few minutes ourselves here. I believe we are going to be sticking online here, but we're going to take a moment away from the action. We'll be back shortly with the second half here on the MFPW's This Is War.
Hey, Burgundy, grab me a pretzel while you're at it.
Fine. We'll be back. Welcome back to the MFPWs. This is War alongside the silencer Chaz Williams. I'm Ferran Burgundy.
And he's Sarah T.
I just said that.
Trying to steal the thunder, Burgundy, but I got your back.
Well, it is appreciated. And we have the MFPW girls title on the line next.
The MFPW Girls Championship will be won out of 5 women. Introducing first, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Mirrors Dawkins.
Well, Burgundy, there you see a returning Damaris Dawkins here to the MFPW to take on the girls champion of the MFPW. And I'll tell you what, man, this has been a night of unforgettable, unexpected action.
Accompanied by Benjamin King, representing the division from Winchester, Pennsylvania, she is the reigning, defending MFPW Girls Champion, the notorious Mimi.
Well, this is interesting. So Benjamin King accompanying Mimi of the division here, but conspicuous by his absence earlier when Hyena Hex and Travis Jacobs took on Michelle and Kodiak of Unstable.
Yeah, very, very interesting. And you know what, Burgundy? It's a good thing Benjamin King wasn't out here for that matchup, because I would have given him a piece of my mind, seeing as how his boys had to interrupt us before the start of the match. But that's neither here nor there. It is obviously interesting to see. We are not used to seeing Benjamin King accompanying just one member of the division. And it's got to make you wonder, Burgundy. The division, while highly decorated and running roughshod across the MFPW, they haven't exactly been on the winning end of the spectrum in regards to those such as Unstable. I'll tell you who has been on a roll with their winning ways. It is your girls champion, Mimi. Referee checking now to see if both athletes are ready to compete. There's the bell.
Well, Damaris now leading with the right hand, trying to look for the advantage here. And now a single leg takedown here from Mimi.
Dawkins, though, able to fight her way out. Standing headlock.
Oh, now switching into a hammer lock. Leg trip, and now over to the front chancery gator roll here into a float over and a 1 count. Trying to perhaps a little misdirection, create confusion, and now into the arm bar is Mimi.
You hear this Paulsboro crowd saying exactly what they think of the notorious Mimi, as Mimi just stomps the toes of Dawkins to gain some separation and grab that arm. And again, a reversal by Dawkins.
Full Nelson into the hammer lock, and now, oh, the cravat.
And again, trying to stomp on the toes of Dawkins. Mimi trying to fight her way out of this, but to no avail. But then again, I've been proven wrong once or twice here in the MFPW, as Mimi now in control with that headlock.
Just once or twice, though.
Watch it, Burgundy.
I was agreeing with you. Confirming your statement.
Well, they have a cover and only a 1. Dawkins now, from our vantage point, looks like a front face lock. Sometimes I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or serious. It's the broadcaster voice that you got.
What can I say? The crowd certainly showing anything but a broadcaster's voice in their opinion of Mimi here.
Well, what's left to like about this girl ever since she's aligned herself with the division and Benjamin King, as Dawkins now trying to trip up Mimi.
Well, now here's the waist lock and an elbow right to the nose. Oh, now having it scouted here, right into the arm drag, and another here from Damaris Dawkins. And a back suplex as well.
Dawkins out with the cover, has Mimi down, Mimi kicks out. And you heard Benjamin King yelling at Mimi, kick out. I'll tell you what, so far nothing flashy about Dawkins. Oh, wait a minute. And there's Benjamin King's presence being felt as he tries to trip up Dawkins.
Oh, but giving a little bit of time for Mimi to recover, and a bit of a stun gun there on the top.
And now Mimi talking trash to the crowd and kicking it into a little bit more of a high gear as she's driving those feet into Dawkins, trying to get Dawkins out of that corner. Mimi brushing her shoulders off. And I'll tell you what, Burgundy, you don't want to take someone like Dawkins lightly. It's those fundamentals that she possesses that can capture a victory. But Mimi now seems to be in control of this matchup, gloating and praising her own accolades. Is your girls champion of the Mfpw, the notorious Mimi. Dawkins now trying to fight back, perhaps catching a second win. Tries to trip up Mimi again, but to no avail. Round and round we go. Where we stop? Oh!
From heel to toe is the cover, 2-0.
Mimi perhaps thought this one was in the bag, but again, going back to that shoulder, trying to pick apart the arm. Now going to the other shoulder and the other arm.
I'm almost overwhelmed with the vitriol shown by the crowd here toward Mimi. This is something unprecedented.
The utter disdain for Mimi it comes with good merit and reason, Burgundy. I mean, you've seen the blatant disrespect that the division has had here in the Mfpw. And these Paulsboro fans, want to tell Mimi exactly how they feel. A sentiment that you and I share a little bit, if you don't mind me saying so and speaking on your behalf.
I guess I'm just not used to agreeing with this Paulsboro crowd on things.
Well, there's a first for everything, and perhaps this could be a first for Dawkins if she can fight her way back into this matchup to gain a victory over the Mfpw Girls Champion in this one-on-one matchup.
Well, telegraphing the back body drop, sunset flip, 2-0. Oh, now looking for the backslide, and a little too much momentum on it, keeping it from being a 3.
Mimi right back on the attack. Wait a minute, Burgundy, we have a roll-up.
Inside cradle,
yes!
2. And
Benjamin King talking to Mimi from the outside the ring, instructing. Oh, cross body.
From the middle rope, the most dangerous rope, and only a 2.
You see Benjamin King pacing around ringside, trying to talk some sense and life into Mimi, perhaps trying to tell her to put this thing away once and for all.
Oh, and now going back to just stomping on that right arm, the right tricep. Snapmare takeover, and kick right to the spine, cracked a couple of my vertebrae from back here.
Well, now you hear the Paulsboro crowd. Half for Dawkins, half for Mimi. And now Mimi perhaps trying to cut off the air supply of Dawkins. Well, I would say will Dawkins tap, but she's in no position to be able to tap. Dawkins now back to her feet, trying to gain some separation yet again. Could the third time be a charm for Dawkins?
Just launching the body at Mimi to knock her down, and here's... Oh, you hear Damaris Dawkins just looking for that little bit of momentum from the crowd as she charges into Mimi in the corner. And now there's the Northern Light suplex with the bridge. 2-0.
Mimi kicks out. I'll tell you what, Dawkins, do not hesitate, do not blink an eye. You need to stay on. Oh no.
Jawbreaker, spinning back kick. And a beauty, hooks the leg, 2, and
Dawkins kicks out. Dawson kicks out.
oh, wait a minute, but she's looking for that submission arm. Yeah, submission on the arm, but not able to get it.
Dawkins turns Mimi inside out, but has to drag her. Wait a minute.
Foot on the ropes.
Perhaps a little assist by Benjamin King there, alluding to, hey, Mimi, your foot's right by the ropes. Dawkins distracted by King.
Here, 2-0.
Kicks out. Back and forth seesaw matchup. Who wants it more, Burgundy?
Oh, looking again for that bridging Northern Lights, but able to hold off here and single arm DDT.
And it was that arm that she has been dissecting from the beginning of this match.
She calls out the broken wing, and here is Heaven's Gate. And she has no choice but to tap.
Well, Dawkins gave it everything she had to try to capture a victory here tonight. But at the end of the night, whether you love her, whether you hate her, and by the sound of the Paulsboro crowd, some do and some don't, it's your girls champion, Mimi, picking up the victory for the division and retaining that girls Mfpw championship. And now Burgundy, the question again has to be asked. We saw Benjamin King here tonight. I didn't even know, based off of what we saw earlier, that we would see him here tonight, but we heard Mimi talk earlier in the day about how she had spoken to King and that he would be out here. But why wasn't he out here for anyone else in the division thus far?
I don't know. We mentioned earlier that they may not be on the exact same page.
Well, finally, Jafar makes his way to ringside the proper way, through the entrance and not through the crowd and interrupting us. But Burgundy, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Do you mean, am I not seeing what you're not seeing?
I think you're seeing what I'm not seeing.
I see. So what you're saying is that you see...
All right, enough, Burgundy. They got a point across. What I'm trying to say to this crowd here tonight who's watching live... Oh, wait a minute.
You see Jafar pacing.
It's Getty Cahoon! The returning Getty Cahoon. We saw him last time here in the Mfpw. One of the mainstays of Unstable. Once again under the watchful eye and care of Dr. Carl Martin, Getty Cahoon. And I'll tell you what, Burgundy, if I know this man like I think I know this man, he is going to tear Jafar to shreds.
Getting back to the previous point, Benjamin King is not out here.
That's what I didn't see.
But you didn't see it? So you're saying you saw Benjamin King out here?
I didn't see Benjamin King out here. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I see that Jafar is being very leisurely and getting his go, and he throws the coat over at Getty Cahoon, a drop kick, and that starts the match here.
I'll tell you what, Jafar with a new sense of urgency, perhaps trying to make quick work of the big man, Getty Cahoon.
Well, now going over to the second rope, the most dangerous rope, crossbody block, caught.
Strength and power by Cahoon.
Huge backbreaker.
Huge clubbing clotheslines effortlessly by Cahoon. Has Jafar rocked. Side slam by the big man. Cahoon now perhaps going to the high rent district, not typically known as a high flyer, but known to put his body on the line in any shape or fashion.
Well, a couple of right hands here all the way up to the top, and crotched on the top thanks to the diving Jafar. And a big boot sent Cahoon to the outside, crashing to the floor.
And while the sick, sadistic smile on Jafar says it all, you hear Dr. Carl Martin perhaps trying to play the mind games again to the head of Jafar, while his patient, Getty Cahoon, lays almost lifelessly on the outside of the ring. And you got to believe, Burgundy, that it was that quick urgency to bring the fight to Cahoon the minute the bell sounded that has Jafar in control of this matchup.
Well, even before the bell sounded, technically, I mean, throwing that jacket at him and then charging in, but trying to ram Getty face first into that hole, and looking for the choke slam, but what agility on the part of Jafar, landing on his feet, and there's Cahoon face first into the pole.
Cahoon eats a whole bunch of steel, and I'll tell you what, Burgundy, this referee starting to count. Jafar should stay in his corner and just pick up the quick victory, because I'll tell you what, you don't want to get Cahoon mad and angry and get back in that ring, because that's when bad, sadistic things happen. Right now, referees count up to 6.
You hear Dr. Carl Martin saying, get in there and cause some pain.
Well, right now, the only pain being caused is by Jafar. And I'll tell you what, Burgundy, I'm still perplexed by the fact that Benjamin King is not out here to support his man Jafar, to be in his corner, to guide him, just like Carl Martin has been doing for Getty Cahoon.
Jafar even being asked that of Dr. Carl Martin, where is Benjamin King?
Well, we know he's here tonight. We saw him just out here with the Notorious Mimi. With the Notorious Mimi, but it's Getty Cahoon trying to get some fight back into this matchup, and
drop kick to the side of the head.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're not used to seeing Cahoon with his shoulders down like this, but able to kick out. Perhaps there's still something left in Getty Cahoon. Jafar now just picking apart what's left of the lifeless body of Cahoon. Wow.
A suplex, and look at the pain on the face of Getty Cahoon.
And I'll tell you what, Burgundy, I was not expecting to see this here tonight. There's your cover, and Cahoon kicks out. Were you expecting to see someone dismantle Getty Cahoon in the fashion that Jafar's been able to do?
I don't even know if I have any expectations anymore for that reason there. A blasting forearm and another crossbody block caught.
Drives Cahoon back down on his head and neck. And Jafar goes for that cover, and Cahoon kicks out again. And you hear Dr. Carl Martin instructing his patient, providing that treatment that Getty Cahoon so desperately deserves.
But Jafar going back to jaw-jacking a bit with the crowd, and usually this is where Benjamin King, say what you will about him, he would continue to instruct Jafar to focus, but...
Oh! Jafar just playing games, toying with the big man. Has that headlock on Getty Cahoon. Referee looking to see if Cahoon wants to give it up. Now, Burgundy, your observation was right on the money. Benjamin King would be out here telling Jafar, just get the job done, put the guy away so we can go out and celebrate. And by not going for that pin, you got to wonder, was that a crucial mistake in this matchup? As Getty Cahoon trying to fight his way back against Jafar. Oh!
And a bit of a springboard inverted bulldog, and not quite two.
Cahoon's still in this fight, but for how much longer, you have to wonder. Dr. Carl Martin now distracting Jafar. And perhaps getting into the psyche of Jafar is Dr. Carl Martin. Oh no! Jafar has
him by the beard?
Jafar has Dr. Carl Martin. Martin not known to be a fighter. Oh! Cahoon puts Jafar on Dream Street. Big boot sends Jafar into the corner. Big splash. Follows it up in stereo.
Now reversed over the other way, and
flying back elbow by Cahoon has Jafar in dangerous, dangerous territory. And in the blink of an eye, Cahoon is in this matchup.
oh, going all the way to the top.
Cahoon flies! Takes the life out of Jafar, goes for the cover. Jafar kicks out. I thought that was 3, Burgundy.
250 pounds crashing from the top rope, you would think so.
Jafar spaghetti legged.
Oh, looking for the unraveling clothesline.
But does he have enough strength left to get the big man up? Oh! Belly to back! Sends Cahoon up and over!
Cover 2 and throw! No!
Jafar took everything he had to pick up Cahoon, and it still wasn't enough. And you hear Dr. Carl Martin instructing his patient to get up, to get back in this fight. Full Nelson now by Jafar. Oh! Big headbutt by Cahoon.
Oh, up on the shoulders, perhaps looking for the imprint, but holding onto the ropes is Jafar. And
oh no! Oh! Slams Jafar
power
down.
Slam, cover 2 and
no! Jafar kicks out. Back and forth, seesaw matchup, Burgundy. This is live, and man, when it's live, I'm digging it the most.
I most certainly am as well. And now, wait a minute. Looking perhaps for a power bomb.
Uh-oh. Almost sends Jafar outside the ring. Jafar now perched up on that top rope, trying to gain some separation from the big man. Burgundy! Burgundy!
Tornado DDT.
Jafar.
Can Jafar capitalize?
Has to roll Cahoon over. Has to pin his shoulders to the mat. He does. 2 and no! Cahoon kicks out.
But just those extra couple of seconds of time for Cahoon to regain his wherewithal was enough to get him to kick out at 2.
And Jafar, beside himself, has to be wondering what he needs to do to once and for all put the nail in the coffin.
Oh, looking for the O'Connor roll, hangs onto the rope. And he calls that the Spear of Elbath.
Gets all of it, but sends Jafar to the outside. And now you hear Dr. Carl Martin instructing his patient, Getty Cahoon, to do his best work. Drives the elbow!
Elbow to the outside.
And Burgundy, from our vantage point, I've lost all. I can't see what is going on, but I can almost guarantee that both athletes are completely laid out. As you, oh, there's Getty Cahoon back to his feet. Gets Jafar back into the ring. You know, you wonder how much of that elbow took out of Getty Cahoon. Cahoon now perhaps calling for the end as he picks up Jafar. Burgundy, Burgundy!
Oh, he's looking perhaps again. Able to fight out of it, though, is Jafar.
Cahoon holding his eyes. Did he rake the eyes of Cahoon? He did. Oh! Unbelievable!
Overhead belly-to-belly suplex.
And Jafar showing that he is not going down without a fight. And you know what, Burgundy? I don't like the guy, but he is putting on a hell of a fight here against Getty Cahoon. Full Nelson! Slams Cahoon down to the mat. Will that be all? Cahoon!
A kick out with authority at 2.
Cahoon barely kicking out. Jafar is completely bewildered. Now you hear the frustration and you see the frustration starting to settle in as Jafar picks up Cahoon. Wait a minute. Cahoon, reversal.
Unraveling clothesline.
Is that going to do it, Burgundy? Wait a minute.
Third time's the charm. There's the awesome bomb. Cover. 2 and 3.
And I'll tell you what, Burgundy. Do I call it like I see it or what? What did I say just before this matchup? I talked about how it seems to be, as of late, the division cannot get one up on Unstable. And you gotta wonder, with this victory by Getty Cahoon and the lack of presence of Benjamin King, what does this spell for the future of the division as Unstable has another big old victory in the win column?
Well, it definitely looks like there's some dissension in the division, or dare I say, the division might be divided.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we want to thank you for tuning in and streaming this live stream wherever you get your MFPW action. From myself and my fro bro, Ferran Burgundy, and all of us here in the MFPW, thank you for checking us out. And Burgundy, we still got main event action to come tonight. But first, let's take it back to the ring as Derek T. Lewis goes to announce the next matchup.
Tag titles coming up next. And that music can only mean one thing. You hungry, Chaz?
This is for EMPW Tag Team Championship with a 1 hour time limit. Introducing first, the challenger, and a cool light weight of 550 pounds, the team of Jimmy the Chester, and the 2021 Larry Sharper winner of
Sickness and the Thickness. Jimmy the Jester and Bobby Buffet, your second annual Larry Sharp Memorial Cup winner. Holding it up high and proud for all to see here in Paulsboro. But I'll tell you what, Burgundy, as accomplished as Bobby Buffet is with that cup, you gotta wonder if this team has what it takes to go up against, well, a team that's just born better. and Goldie and Burgundy. We saw Venor out here earlier. You would think that you would expect to see wet Brett Waters, but as you made mention earlier, Brett out with an injury.
Yeah, he had suffered a knee injury at training. I haven't seen him all day, in fact. So
yeah,
I had just gotten word earlier in the show that due to his absence, it's going to be Goldie and Sean Venor. Venor doing double duty here after already competing in that grueling triple threat middleweight medallion match. And how much of a factor will that play here into the favor of the challengers, the rather jiggly Jimmy the Jester there, as well as Bobby Buffet?
Jimmy the Jester's jiggly? Really?
Well, you saw him shaking it there.
And the thickness, Jester's the jiggly one.
I was describing his physical action in the ring there just
I would have said
ago.
jittery, personally. But
he was shaking everything that his mama gave him. Here's a cover, too. Trying to get a quick victory there is Venor. Understandably wanted to finish this off quickly here.
Absolutely, Burgundy. As you made mention, having to pull double duty here tonight. And I'll tell you what, man. Despite the arrogance of the Golden Era, you have to take your cap off to them, seeing as how they get it done night in and night out inside that squared circle.
Well, now just wrenching in on the arm, and how much of the damage from that earlier match will come into play here. You'd think that the Golden Era would start with the fresher Goldie, who has yet to wrestle tonight, but an interesting strategy here from the tag team champions.
That's an interesting point, Burgundy, and you know what? Your time, which is well documented here in the MFPW as play-by-play commentator, shows why you're in this position.
Oh, there's certainly a little strategy, and now here comes Goldie. Perhaps maybe they heard me from here? I don't know.
Possible. Or just a hop, skip, jumping away from the action. Venor able to get some separation. Goldie saying he wants the Larry Sharp Memorial Cup winner. Goldie wants a tag. What does Goldie want? Does he want a tag? Does he want Bobby Buffet? Jimmy the Jester saying to Goldie, you just made him angry. Bobby Buffet gets the tag. Oh, and Goldie trying to take out the legs of Buffet early on. Both men sizing each other up. Oh, Buffet distracted by Venor, and it's Goldie quick on the attack, and now a quick tag. Venor, the legal man, in the ring.
And double clothesline, but
they took each other out, Burgundy.
That just goes to show the power and the size of Bobby Buffet.
And the athleticism. Oh! 300 plus pounds of Happy Meals and sex appeal.
The cross body block not getting it done.
Gut wrench. Has Venor.
What's he gonna do with him?
Has Venor up.
Ooh! Gut wrench suplex, making him think about it.
Bobby Buffet completely dominating early on in this matchup as him and
Oh, wait a minute. He might be hungry for some senton dumplings.
Dumplings? Well, making fast food of the Golden Era as Bobby Buffet tags in Jimmy the Jester.
Oh, look at this double team here as a little added height to that elbow drop. Cover hooks the left leg of Goldie, or Venor rather, but only two.
And you know what, Burgundy? If I was the Golden Era, I would do everything in my power to save Venor. Oh! As we talked about, pulling double duty here tonight. Venor arriving in pain, trying to go for that tag to Goldie. Jimmy the Jester says, we're not having any of that. Has complete control. And did you see the torque on that whip?
Put everything he had to it and then some, and oh, here comes a head of steam from the big man. 300 and
plus 500 plus
500
pounds.
plus pounds into the corner. That's a quarter ton.
That's the sickness and the thickness getting the work done here tonight. Oh no. That's like, I was gonna say Goldie was just like a little gnat on an elephant, but the damage done
but not able to put him away. But Venor, this is where you would want to tag out here.
Absolutely.
I'm sure the fatigue's starting to kick in.
Absolutely, Burgundy. That's exactly what I was trying to get at
And there
before.
we go. Maybe they are listening to me.
The freshman, Goldie. Whoa! Innovative
frog somersault senton, and now the other way as well.
Innovative offense, Burgundy. Goldie with the cover, hooks the leg, kind of nonchalantly. Buffet able to kick out. And I'll tell you what, Burgundy, we're used to seeing Wet Brett out here doing what he does with Goldie.
Yeah, the tandem offense, but just goes to show next man up with Brett Waters down with the knee injury, that Venor stepping in and not missing a beat.
And now Venor utilizing the distraction of the referee by gouging the face and raking the face in the eyes of Bobby Buffet, holding him in that corner. And I'll tell you what, Golden Era is doing a great job of keeping their man in the corner. Oh!
Adding a little something to say there to Jimmy the Jester, and almost a little taunting victory there as well, but Buffet able to kick out.
And I guarantee you, Burgundy, Buffet did not anticipate coming into tonight's matchup with the momentum he had winning that Larry Sharp Memorial Cup just a few weeks ago here in the MFPW Arena. But I guess this is why the Golden Era are the tag team champions. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, Venor into the corner, but caught. Belly to belly suplex.
Oh, but the damage done to Buffet, as you see exhaustion settling in. Buffet not able to make a cover, has to make a tag. Venor makes the tag to Goldie, and there's the tag to Jester. Ooh!
Inverted atomic drop right onto the tailbone. You can see still clutching the backside there is Goldie, and
Jester
holding onto the ear, both ears in fact.
Ladies and gentlemen, lend me your ears! As Jester turns Goldie inside out. Could we have new tag champs? And no.
That earlobe lock neck breaker.
Ooh, Goldie able to get some separation. Oh, wait a minute.
Looking for the fisherman suplex with the bridge too.
Jester able to kick out. Goldie beside himself, perhaps wondering what he needs to do to put the finishing touches on this match. Oh! Huge kick to the spine. And one half of your MFPW Tag Team Champions, proving to this Paulsboro crowd why the Golden Era is born better.
Now the tag back into Venor. I mean, they're making quick tags in and out, not exerting too much energy.
Venor now with the cover. Jester just able to kick out. And you talk about those quick tags, Burgundy. It's the experience of a tag team like the Golden Era. And you got to wonder the inexperience of the Sickness and the Thickness. I mean, they've tagged before, but they don't have quite the history that the Golden Era does.
Not only the history, but the camaraderie. I mean, as they have been tag team champions, we've seen defenses by all three combinations of members. We've seen Goldie and Wet Brett, we've seen Sean Venor and Wet Brett, and now we're seeing Goldie and Sean Venor here.
Yeah, they're simply a plug-and-play team. Any one of the members can easily take control as another one is in the absence, and no! Thought maybe Goldie had a 3. Jester just able to kick out.
Oh, now looking here for a bit of a... Oh! It looked like he was going to go for some sort of a submission hold, trapping the arm, and is now just driving a series of elbows into the chest, but not enough to keep Jimmy the Jester down.
I'll tell you what, Burgundy. There's a screw loose or two with Jimmy the Jester, and I think it's going to take a lot more than that to keep him down. Wait a minute.
Near side cradle, 2 and no.
Sometimes I think Jester enjoys the pain.
Clothesline and all the way to the outside goes Jimmy the Jester. Well, Venor out to provide a helping hand, and Jester having none of it, a right hand there. And Goldie's slingshot plancha over the top.
Takes out Jester. Golden Era in complete control of this matchup. And Bobby Buffet has to be wondering what needs to be done to get his man back in this matchup. Referee counting both men. No! Golden Era back in the ring. It's Goldie. Jimmy Jester just ate a whole bunch of steel post. Referee up to an 8 count. Goldie breaks the count by headed outside. I don't know if that was a smart move, Burgundy. They could have retained their titles by a count out.
Well, you know the arrogance of the Golden Era. They're looking to make an example of them. Sure, they could take the cheap and easy route, but they also want to prove a point here.
Oh! Well, a point has been proven with an exclamation mark. Jimmy the Jester putting the exclamation point right on this matchup. Drives the elbow into the sternum of Goldie. And I'll tell you what, Burgundy, just like that, it looks like perhaps the sickness and the thickness are back in this match.
Yeah, credit to Goldie kicking out there as Venor was in no position to be able to make the save. And now looking for that earlobe neck breaker again. Kick to the midsection. Fireman's carry takeover onto the knee, driving right into the back of the neck.
And that's going to no. Didn't hook the leg, Burgundy. But I'll tell you what, man, it's this team of the Golden Era, Sean Venor and Goldie, who are in complete control of this matchup, completely annihilating Jimmy the Jester.
Well, looking for that slingshot, the clothesline here from Jimmy the Jester, both men down.
Referee looking to see if both men want to continue this matchup. Jester perhaps utilizing the very last bit of energy he had in the tank. Goldie makes the tag to Venor, and there's your tag to Bobby Buffet.
Buffet! Double one-footed drop kicks and a pair of clotheslines as well.
Do not take the big man lightly. No pun intended, as Buffet dismantling the tag team champions.
Cannonball in the corner. And no! One for Goldie.
Wait a minute. What's Buffet doing? Whole lot of men.
The people splash? But they both kick out.
Venor, Goldie kicks out. The tag team champions are still in this matchup. Bobby Buffet laying waste to the tag team champions, and yet they still kick out. Buffet now tags in Jester. Buffet setting up Venor. Burgundy!
Back body drop into a neck breaker.
Do we have new champions?
No! Words out of my mouth. No, the save being made.
I thought it too, Burgundy. I thought that this matchup was in the bag and we had new champions. Buffet gets sent to the outside. Goldie sends Buffet to the outside. It's Jimmy the Jester who has... Oh no! Jester trying to put away Venor, but Goldie cuts him off at the pass. And now it's Jester in dangerous territory, Burgundy.
The drop kick into the cutter. We've seen that from Goldie and Wet Brett. And there's the cover, the 2 and no!
Well, maybe it's the absence of Wet Brett that couldn't get the job done. We talked about Venor wondering how much energy he had left in the tank and perhaps not enough to get the job done here tonight. And I'll tell you what, Burgundy, sickness and the thickness are still in this match.
Wait, Goldie now and Veneur directing traffic. Oh, wait a minute, perhaps looking for that slingshot into the knee, but wait, a spear!
Spear ribs by Buffet, but wait a minute, Jester, no!
Almost 3. And now up onto the shoulders of Jester. Fireman's carrying into the cutter.
Did you see the vertical on that cutter?
But not able to capitalize right away is Jimmy the Jester.
Air Jester as he sends his opponent into La La Land. But now Jester slow to make his way to what seems to be the top turnbuckle.
He's looking to go to the top of the circus tent here, but holding on to the leg is Goldie.
Buffet! No! Buffet just took out Jester. Looks like he was trying to get Goldie. Goldie able to get out of the way, and oh no.
From the second rope.
A golden plex from the second rope.
Wait a minute, he's pointing to Sean. Sean is the legal man.
Dragging Jester into position.
Could we see it? Swanton bomb!
Veneur with the cover. 2 and
the 3.
Well, Burgundy, despite the absence of Wet Brett Waters, it was Sean Veneur and Goldie who were able to get the job done and retain the Mfpw Tag Team Championship here tonight. It was a hard-fought battle. As you see, Bobby Buffet and Jimmy the Jester in that ring, unable to get the job done here tonight.
Now referee checking on the sickness and the thickness. Certainly a hard-fought matchup here, and the crowd showing their appreciation for them. But coming up next is our main event, the Mfpw Heavyweight Championship on the line. 3 men with a great deal of familiarity with one another in this triple threat match. Royal Money, Shahim Ali, and Steve Macklin.
Burgundy, this is more than a main event. This is more than a championship bout. This is more than putting everything on the line. Burgundy, this is war. And the title couldn't be more fitting here tonight in Paulsboro as we get ready for what is sure to be one of the most hard-hitting main events that we have seen in ages here in the MF Arena.
Is Shahim Ali, the only one of these 3 individuals to not hold the Mfpw Heavyweight Championship. Will tonight be his night?
Good point, Burgundy. And while he is highly decorated and highly celebrated, no stranger to tag team competition, no stranger to being the first ever Larry Sharp Memorial Cup winner and holder. The one prize that has eluded this man for ages is that coveted and sought after MFPW Heavyweight Championship. And Burgundy, you talked about the history, the bridled history that we've come to learn and expect from these three combatants here tonight. And if Ali could pick up the victory, we could be ushering in the dawning of a new era here in the MFPW. And there you see Shahim Ali quick to get out of the ring as the returning Steve Macklin is back and obviously making an impact here in the MFPW.
He most certainly is. Making an impact wherever he goes.
Macklin has his eyes locked and set on Ali. And I'll tell you what, Burgundy, these two came up the ranks as young upstarts here in the MFPW. Both went on to do amazing things with their career. But in that time, it was this man who scratched and clawed and fought his way to the pinnacle, to the top, to the mecca of the MFPW, to become your reigning and defending MFPW heavyweight champion. You know him as the King of Camden. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him as Royal Money. And there you see Burgundy, strapped, locked, and loaded, carrying that MFPW heavyweight gold. More iconic than Jesus, Royal Money. And I'll tell you what, man, we have seen all three of these combatants go toe-to-toe in some of the most brutal, vicious beatings and fights that we have ever had the privilege of calling here. And I'll tell you what, I think that's just the tip of the iceberg as we're getting ready for main event action.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And this is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall. And it's for the MFPW Heavyweight Championship with a 1 hour time limit. Introducing the challengers first from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 235 pounds, the first ever Larry Sharp Memorial Cup winner, Shahim Ali! Next,
He looks ready.
From New Jersey, weighing 230 pounds, Steve
Oh, and there you see, no love lost there.
Camden, New Jersey, weighing 247 pounds. He is the reigning, defending MFPW Heavyweight Champion, the King of Camden, Royal Money!
And there you see all three athletes preparing for what is going to be a night of epic, impactful, hard-hitting proportions, Burgundy.
Well, there is the bell, and you expect them to go right at each other, but you can see sizing one another up.
Well, after the historic bouts these three have had, I think that's the way to go here tonight. You want to be calculated, meticulous, and perfect in your... Oh, my God!
What a kick from Ali.
Royal Money completely dropped as now Ali and Macklin one-on-one in this triple threat.
Drop kick from Ali.
And it's that quickness and that lightning speed of Ali to gain the quick advantage here tonight. Macklin with the reversal. Drives the boot right into the midsection and cuts Ali off at the pass.
Oh, looking for the back body drop. Knee right to the face. Ooh, what a clothesline from Steve Macklin.
And there you see Royal Money trying to gather some sense to him, trying to fight his way back. And doing just that with some hard-hitting chops right to the sternum.
Picking up right where they left off on June 26th, and a spine buster.
Takes Macklin out of the equation, as now you see Royal Money back to his feet, trying to dismantle what's left of Shahim Ali. And Burgundy, I'll tell you what, we're just in the opening moments of this matchup, and these three are already worse for the wear and tear as, oh! Oh! Money with those chops. And now Money doing what Money does best, slowing down the pace of this matchup slightly to gain the advantage. Reversal sends Ali
right to the outside, and Royal just looking for a little bit of a breather here.
Well, yeah, after he just had his lights rocked in the opening bell of this match.
Meanwhile, Macklin and Ali going at it on the outside.
And I'll tell you what, man, this Paulsboro crowd better be careful, because I feel like the action's, it's about to come to them hard and heavy. Oh! Money flies. Royal Money taking out Macklin, taking out Ali with that double flying clothesline.
I haven't seen that much Money take to the air since those recent space rockets.
Money asking this Paulsboro crowd if they want it up close, and I warned him, Burgundy. Macklin draped over a fan here in the audience. Ali!
You get your money's worth in the front row seat.
Oh! Unbelievable! I feel bad for these poor fans, but then again, they are getting their money's worth, as Royal Money proves why he is your reigning and defending Mfpw champion. And as quickly as he celebrates, he is cut off by Ali.
Looking for the sidekick, misses. Oh, what a knee!
Huge hang time by Macklin. But you see, holding on to that chest, the damage has been done, courtesy of Royal Money and the beating he put on Macklin on the outside. And now it's Macklin trying to bring some more fight back to Ali. Whips him into the ropes. Huge back elbow.
Now hooks the left leg and about a 3/4 count. Looking for the suplex, and now up to the middle rope, the most dangerous rope, and an elbow. Shades of Bret the Hitman Hart, and only a 2 count.
Macklin takes Money out of the equation yet again so that he can dismantle Shahim Ali in this triple threat match for the Mfpw Heavyweight Championship. Ali, though, back up, trying to fight his way back into this matchup.
Ducks the haymaker, German suplex, no bridge, all impact.
Macklin with the cover, and Ali able to kick out. And I'll tell you what, man, Macklin looking to be in peak physical condition in the prime of his career, drives Ali right into the midsection of Royal Money. Money again out of this equation, and Macklin right back to picking apart Shahim Ali.
Well, he knows in a match like this, you have to take every opportunity that you can to isolate one opponent so that way they can't stop a count and then just try to wail on the other opponent and either get them for a 3 or get them in a position to submit.
Well, I'll tell you what, while Royal Money was here earning his stripes in the MFPW, while Shahim Ali was in other companies earning his stripes, coming back to MFPW, it was Macklin who was traveling the globe, becoming a world-renowned star, and Ali just saw stars as his head bounced off the wall here in Paulsboro.
Royal Money head first into the wall.
Macklin in complete control.
Oh, suplex on the outside.
And you heard the snap, Burgundy. Did I call
I heard the thud is what I heard.
Did I call it or what? Macklin is in peak physical condition for tonight's main event matchup, and he is proving why he is the international superstar. Shades of Mick Foley with that flying elbow to the outside. And could we be seeing the making of a new MFPW champion before our very eyes? Macklin with the cover.
Just feel the intensity in all 3 of these competitors.
Money trying to get back into this matchup yet again, has not been able to get into that ring in the last 4 or 5 minutes or so, and no! Ali just ate a whole bunch of steel, and so did his shoulder.
Royal with a headbutt to get a little separation, and now starting to lay him with those forearms.
Both men trying to fight for position, ducks the clothesline. Oh no,
German suplex. Again, no bridge, all impact.
Macklin now trying to just regroup, catch a second wind as he goes right back onto the attack, and now has Ali and Royal Money in that corner, driving the boots to the MFPW champion, to the former Larry Sharp Memorial Cup champion. Macklin perhaps saying this is the house that he helped build here at the world famous Monster Factory. Wait a minute!
Wait,
there's Goldie! Sean Venor! What the hell are they doing out here?
I mean, there's no disqualification or triple threat. Wait, here's Danny Cage and
coming out with chairs. Well, we saw them just a couple weeks ago get their noses wet and involved in the business of these 3, and Danny Cage. Danny Cage. Danny Cage calling to stay out here, getting security out here, yelling at security to get some control of this place. And now Royal Money beating the ever-loving life out of Macklin.
Those vicious right hands all the way from Camden, New Jersey, one of the toughest places in the entire country, and an Olympic-style slam from Macklin, 2-0.
Money kicks out, but Burgundy, you gotta wonder, what in the HE double hockey sticks is the Golden Era's position in all this? Had your champion distracted as now Macklin.
They've taken issue with Royal Money for a while here, as now the Boston Crab cinched in on Royal.
But Ali trying to get back to his feet. He better hope, he better hope Money doesn't tap in. Well, Ali did just that by making sure he made lights out for Macklin, and now it's Ali trying to get the MFPW champion to his feet.
Seizing the opportunity, looking for a slam.
Ooh!
There's that rolling elbow.
And there's a super kick from a mile away as Macklin connects. All 3 men laid out. Burgundy, this is the MFPW action at its finest. This is your main event. This is war.
It most certainly is, and right now we have seen 3 casualties, as only now one of the competitors starting to stir in Steve Macklin.
When you beg the question, war, what is it good for? Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be good for one of these three individuals, as one of them will walk away as your MFPW heavyweight champion here tonight. Ali back to his feet, trying to fight back against Macklin. And you see Danny Cage at ringside making sure there's no more shenanigans.
And now sidekicks.
Chocolate Man, Shahim Ali. Could he be your soon-to-be new MFPW champion? I'll tell you what, Burgundy, the action's so loud and live, it's got me off my game, man. And when it's live, I'm digging it the most. Ali trying to make work of Macklin.
Looking to take out both competitors to obtain the heavyweight championship of the MFPW. Ali taking a little too much time, and Royal moves out of the way.
Kick to the midsection by Money. Huge knee. Takes out the leg. Oh! What a knee.
This is Royal's shot. Will he retain here?
Yes!
2 and
No!
Ali kicks out.
I thought that was it, man. I thought Money had it. And now it's the champion first to his feet. Oh, man. Ooh. Clubbing thud to the back of the spine of Ali. Ali now perched up on that top turnbuckle, courtesy of Royal Money, the King of Camden. Ali still trying to fight his way back, Burgundy. But you can see the damage has been done. All three individuals worse for the wear as Macklin puts his stamp on this matchup by getting himself back involved.
Oh, and a running powerbomb with Macklin.
With authority by Macklin.
Oh, and he's got Shahim Ali tied up to the tree of woe.
Ali in dangerous position. Royal Money being perched. Uh-oh, Royal Money tied up into the tree of woe. We have Money, we have Ali, both in the tree of woe. No! Oh, driving the shoulder into the midsection of the champion and the contender. Macklin, is he your new champion? No, Ali kicks out.
He's now looking for Royal. 1, 2, and
no!
Royal kicks out.
Royal saying no, showing this Paulsboro crowd he still has some fight left in the tank, and Macklin right back on the attack. Stomping a mud hole in Shahim Ali, stomping a mud hole in Royal Money, and now Burgundy. Macklin going to the top. Misses!
Looking to splash on both, and no water in the pool.
High-speed dirt for Macklin. And now you see Royal Money has his eyes locked. Shahim Ali has his eyes locked.
Spins the leg, but wait a minute. Face first into the corner. Ali springboard cutter.
Gets all of it.
Second rope.
Gets all of it, Burgundy. Money ducks Shahim.
Handspring cutter.
Is that gonna do it? Do we have a new MFPW champion? Is this no? Money kicks out. Seesaw matchup back and forth. All three men laying it out on the line. Giving it everything they have to prove to this Paulsboro crowd that they have what it takes to be the man. Ali now trying to get Money back up to his feet. Could this be the final exclamation point in this historic rivalry? Oh!
He's looking for that spinning side slam, but spinning out of it is Royal.
Royal turns Ali inside out, Burgundy. Royal's got to make that cover if he wants to retain his title. Macklin!
Ali kicked out and Macklin with the save after that elevated whiplash from Royal Money.
And now Macklin on his feet sends Royal Money into the turnbuckle. And I'll tell you what, Bernie, ever since Danny Cage got out here to gain some control of this matchup, we have had one hell of a matchup.
Well, it's been focused inside the ring where it should be and not on any outside shenanigans.
And now this is the hard-hitting fight that we're used to seeing from the champion. Misses the pump kick, ducks the clothesline.
And looking for the sky high and turning to a jawbreaker, a DDT.
Macklin, well scouting, able to cut Money off at the pass, hits him with that DDT. And could this be the end? Oh!
Tombstone!
Modified tombstone pile driver by Macklin, but Ali able to... Wait a minute! It's Wes Brett!
What the hell
is he doing here?
Thought he had a knee injury.
Danny Cage? Whoa! What the fuck? What?
Wait, what?
What? Come on. Oh, what the fuck? What the hell is going on? So this was the plan all along, Cage? This was the plan all along?
Chair shot to the back of Royal. Chair shot to the back of Shahim. Oh!
What?
Edge of the chair.
What is stop? Jesus Christ. We need to get...
I don't even know what to say anymore.
Should I go... Bernie, should I get up there? Like, what...
What are you going to do this time?
I'm just saying, someone's got to put an end to this, man. This is... Danny Cage.
Counting the double pin, 2 and
3. I mean, I can't wrap my head around what I just witnessed. Macklin, Steve Macklin is your new Mfpw heavyweight champion. Danny Cage was out here to restore order. We heard him months ago talking about ushering a new era into the Mfpw, making things better. This is what he had in mind?
I have no idea where to even go with this.
And then Wet Brett coming out with the chair? What the hell is he? What is Golden Era's involvement? You know what, man? Just take this damn thing home. I am sick.
Well, for the first time in 2,786 days, Steve Macklin is your heavyweight champion here in the Mfpw.
And what is Danny Cage's involvement?
Took the words out of my mouth, but the bigger story here is, why is Danny Cage involved? Why did he screw over both Shahim Ali and Royal Money?
There's the word, Burgundy. Screwed over. Two of the hardest fighting athletes in the Mfpw laying lifelessly as Macklin just completely annihilated them with that steel chair courtesy of his boy, Danny Cage. You know what, man? I'm sick to my stomach.
We need to figure out some answers. Hopefully